When a massive corporate delivery hits the loading dock, the procurement process is officially over, but the true life cycle of those objects is just beginning. Acquiring equipment is the simplest part of the equation. The real operational hazard starts the second those boxes are unpacked and scattered across a company's offices and warehouses. When tracking breaks down, three things happen in quick succession. Physical items go missing, maintenance schedules are ignored, and accounting ledgers drift from reality. To stop this from happening, every physical item must be permanently anchored to a continuous tracking ledger. You have to establish a rigid digital lifecycle. Without enforcing a strict set of rules for how objects exist within the system, a business gives up control over both its physical inventory and the accuracy of its financial reporting. The first rule of this lifecycle is that an asset should rarely be typed into the system by hand. Relying entirely on manual data entry guarantees eventual human error. Instead, Phase 1 is automated birth. The digital record springs to life automatically the exact moment a delivery is checked in at the receiving dock. By recording the accepted quantity and logging the specific serial numbers on the receipt, the physical object immediately translates into a tracked digital entity. Phase 2 governs movement. You cannot just hand a new laptop to a worker. That exchange requires a formal digital allocation to assign custody. And if equipment needs to move between departments or physical locations, the system enforces a strict requirement called the two-stage transfer. When a transfer is submitted, the asset is marked as in transit. Its digital location absolutely will not update until a user physically receives it at the final destination. Forcing visibility while items are in transit maintains an unbroken chain of custody, ensuring that assets cannot slip off the books and disappear unnoticed. Phase 3 deals with health. Physical equipment undergoes wear and tear, eventually requiring intervention to keep working. Automated preventative maintenance plans get ahead of this wear by systematically generating work orders before a failure actually occurs. For unexpected breakdowns, user-reported faults are logged as help desk tickets. These tickets are governed by rigid service-level agreement policies, mandating specific response and resolution times based on the priority of the issue. While the physical hardware is actively wearing down on the floor, Phase 4 tracks a parallel decline in financial value in the ledger. Depreciation systematically reduces an asset's purchase price over its lifespan, down to a final salvage value. The straight line represents a flat, equal monthly reduction. The curved pathway shows written down value, taking a fixed percentage of the remaining cost, so the drop tapers off. Tracking maintenance keeps the hardware running, while calculating depreciation ensures the accounting books reflect exact financial reality. To prove the system actually matches the real world, it requires a physical audit. This is a forced reconciliation between what the software expects to see and what sits on the floor. The first action of any audit is generating a baseline snapshot. The system pulls a precise record of where every single asset is supposed to be located and who is supposed to hold it. Next is the physical verification phase. Floor workers walk the aisles, checking the physical, real-world items against that digital snapshot. The system resolves variances automatically. Scanned in the wrong location, it is immediately relocated. Cannot be found at all, permanently flagged as lost. Crucially, the system refuses to close an audit if any single line remains unverified. This mandate ensures that physical chaos is never allowed to corrupt the digital record. Finally, there is Phase 5, death. Every piece of equipment ultimately exits the business, whether it is sold off, scrapped for parts, or donated. Executing a final disposal sequence is absolute. The system instantly wipes any active worker allocations clean and cancels all future scheduled depreciation. Here, a financial ledger balances the final transaction. By comparing the disposal value strictly against the asset's current book value at that exact moment, it calculates the definitive financial gain or loss. Zooming out to the macro-level asset dashboard, thousands of these individual life cycles aggregate into live metrics. You can monitor the total net book value of the entire company alongside real-time maintenance queues. By strictly governing this process from procurement to final disposal, an asset becomes highly accountable. It functions as a data-rich entity permanently tethered to the company's bottom line.